What is up, y'all? Welcome to another Monday night live stream. I thought that I was still in my opening scene there, so I'm sitting back here, watching, and boom, here we are. How is everybody tonight? Yeah, Dougie, Bald and Dangerous is on the one that's set for the 30th. Yeah, I think he commented on that one today sometime. I don't think he's literally there right now. He was just on Bob's stream a minute ago. But, how is everyone? I'm ready to do some water changes. Let's see who all is here so far. Daryl Deemer was first. What is up, Daryl? John Bedker, Bob not going live. Yeah, Bob had some kind of issues. I think he scheduled it yesterday, but then he went live on his cell phone, and I think that probably overrode the other one. It's really touchy. Like, it's weird. But anyhow, he messed around with that for 15 minutes, so he'll still be going live for a few minutes, but I decided to go ahead and go because it's one of those type of deals where I don't want to go until midnight because I have to change water. Raph Cabrera's in the house. What is up, Raph? Denny Close. What is up, buddy? Oddball Aquatics. Hey, hey. Science Gal Aquatics. What is up? Everything Aqua 7 is here. Let's see, who else? Jeremy Fryer is here. Jeremy H is here. Messenger 22. Keith Boardley. Chad Krotz. Hugh Peterson. Dank Tanks. What's up, Dank? Jesse from HC Aqua, yo, what's up? David Ulrich is in the house. Science Gal Aquatics says restocking shelves at work and listening. Sweet. Well. So, yeah, hello, Daryl. Hello, Raph. Hello, Prolific Breed. So, as you guys know, on Monday nights, this is be the third or fourth one. Hello, Charlie. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Joel. We just do water changes on Monday night and try to see if I can keep from overfilling tanks. So, nothing really new. My Plecos, hi-bye. Well, we'll see you, buddy. Swag Skywalker's in the house. What's up, buddy? Kevin from Mortal Slayer 82. Hey, all lurking on the drive home. Sweet. About the only thing going on is one time I walked through today and saw my Super Red fanning on a clutch of eggs, and it's been like 5 or 6 weeks since I've had any spawns there. So I got some of those, which I was pretty pleased. And then my commons laid a really big clutch of eggs that I'll probably scrape out later tonight because all my breeder boxes are empty. So, yeah, got my shrimp released into the tank this week, so I'm finishing up on that video. So, John Bedker says, I'll go remind people to come over after Bob. Sweet, I appreciate that. That's awesome. Dank did that last week, too, and I think that worked pretty good, because last week I got 65 people here at one time, so. Jeremy says, I thought you did water changes on Wednesday. Monday night is the live stream where I do the water changes, but I only do them in this room. So Wednesday night after the live stream, I was planning on, let's see, what did I do? Because was that the night that Corey went live? No, that was Saturday night. I never did get my water changes done in the dining room, and there's like 14 tanks in there. So yeah, I do water changes like 3 nights a week because my son has like 6 in his room. And then Wednesdays is whenever I've been doing the outdoor tubs. So I try to do these on Mondays, the ones in the dining room on Thursday, but I haven't done them yet. They're not bad. I did all the filter maintenance and everything on them, but Mile High Pleco says, before I leave, I gotta say, you're goofy looking, Jeff. Okay, bye. See you, Mikey. Have a good night. Yep, Denny said, so mean. He doesn't mean it. Alright. So, without further ado, we got 27 people here. Valley Fish says, what is the survival rate if left in the tank versus breeder box? Well, about the only reason why I don't leave them in the tank is because I like to keep my babies separate from breeding pairs, if that makes sense. So like what I technically would want to do is I would want to have like a 20 long for your breeding pairs, and then scrape the eggs and pull them out, and then when they turn into wigglers, release them out into a big grow out tank. That's technically that'd be the ideal way to do it. And I don't like little babies in with the big ones. Like my super red tank is a 55 gallon big. There's all kinds of hiding spots. Like right now there's 3 baby albinos in there that had slipped over the breeder box last time that I'll have to dig out. I know that the last time I had super reds, some snuck out into there as well. So as they get a little older, I'm gonna have to start picking them off and putting them where they belong. And it can get all mixed up. And like as far as the common tank back there, they shoot out all kinds of different ones. You know, they'll shoot out reds and calicos and stuff like that. So I like to keep them out of there if I can. Mob Guppy says the commercial is insanely long. Hi, everybody. Well, sorry about that, Peter. I don't really think I have much control about that. I have what's called skippable ads, so hopefully they didn't. Every once in a while, on videos, they'll make it to where it's not a skippable, but that's what I have it set for. It's to where you can just skip it. Mortal Slayer 82 says hit that like button. Victor is in the house. What is up, Victor? How tall are you, Jeffro? I'm 5'10". So like if I wore cowboy boots, probably 5'11", but like barefoot, I'm like 5'10". Somebody said I got to bounce. Oddball Aquatic says I got to bounce. Later, y'all. I'll catch the replay. Sweet. River Life is in the house. Melbourne's Aquatic Empire is here. There are 35 people here. Hit that like. Let's see here. Candy Overall's here. Hopefully you had a great vacation. What I've seen of it, looks like you guys had a blast. It's really cool. Cool trip to go on. So I'm really glad that you guys, it looked like you guys had a really good time. So Guppy Puppies is in the house. What is up, Guppy Puppies? Let's see, who else? Corey's Aquatics is here. Hello, Corey. Nice to see ya. All right. So I believe I always watch the whole commercial to get you that sweet YouTube money. Yeah, whatever. All right. I am going to go ahead and slip back there and hook up the pump and start pumping some tanks out. And I'll check in from time to time, but chat amongst yourselves. Hello, Ken. Two chains, designer jeans, fishing thing, whatever. Does anybody remember how long it took me to do my water changes last week? I just know that my live stream was, it's been taking like an hour and a half to get everything done. Charlie says Jeff won't fit by those tanks after the holidays. Yeah, I've been trying to come up with some ideas for the Thanksgiving Pleco versus food video. But tomorrow, I tried it. I don't know how it's going to work. But YouTube last week did this premiere thing. So you can premiere your videos. I'm probably not going to do it except for like on special ones that I really think are pretty good or something. I don't see myself doing it on every one of them because my upload time is so early in the morning. And what the premiere thing is you can mark your video premiere and it will send out a notification to everyone that my video is premiering and what time it's premiering. And 30 minutes prior to the video, we can go to that video and click on it, and there'll be a chat set up just like this right here. And then while the video is playing, I can chat with you guys during the video live, real time. So tomorrow morning, I didn't want to change the upload time because I didn't want to mess up the algorithm. So tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, my Pleco versus Jack-o'-lantern video is premiering. And I am going to do my best to be there for the 30-minute chat session, and then we'll watch the video. It's less than 10 minutes long, so if you guys have a chance that can make it to that would be great. So now we got to keep an eye on this tank and make sure we get it at 30% drained. He says, is there a tank that's low enough to put in this walkway here? Maybe I could just step over it. I'll tell you, I've been looking around at places to put those 20 longs. I'm like, my daughter's getting ready to get her own place, my 21-year-old, and I told her she could have one of my couches because I got 3 couches out there, and that opens up a big long wall. Man, I'm looking at like another fish rack, living room, fish room. But yeah, like if I could get like a 30 long across here, I can just step over it, no big deal. All right, I'm gonna switch tanks. I'm not doing this as a sales pitch, but if you guys ever do order one of my sweatshirts, make sure and order it 1 to 2 sizes bigger, because these are those short type. So like I wear an extra large and everything, and I ordered it in extra large, and this thing is so short and it's just riding up on you all the time, and I hate it. So I didn't go all out and get the real fancy expensive stuff. I probably could go on there, but it would be just ridiculously priced. So it's just basically, I don't think it's the Jerseys brand, but it's just basic cotton. But always, if you do get one, make sure and get a size big, because it'll be longer that way. Super Reds sell for twice the price of regular bristlenose. Yeah, and the long fin Super Reds sell for even more. 1-inch long fin Super Reds are going for somewhere around $15 to $20 right now. So I'd like to find a pair of those, like a breeding pair. Joel says we could see your G-string before. Yeah, no doubt, right? There was a breeding pair of longfin Super Reds on Aquabid a couple weeks ago that was $400. Longfin Super Reds pair. Alright, I gotta switch tanks. Duckweed's taking over this 30-gallon. Sucks. Hate duckweed. I took all my dwarf water lettuce out of this tank today, this tank right here, because it was getting so dark you couldn't even see, like the light wasn't getting to the plants. Hello, Barbara Jackson. Hello, Carbon Really. Hello, Mike. You couldn't even see, you know, in the tank. It was really, really dark. So I took it all out and put it in one of the winter tubs, and I'll see if that natural sunlight makes it good. But I don't know what I'm going to do with it this winter, because it just goes nuts. It loves Easy Green, and I don't need to do that anymore. Priscilla MK Art says, so since you schedule your live stream so long in advance, I can't keep track of when you're live. What in the hell is going on? I scheduled this one Saturday night, so my Wednesday one, I scheduled it because it's a Halloween one, and I wanted to kind of promote it because it's a longer live stream. And then I've got my New Year's Eve one scheduled. That way, if somebody else is wanting to try to go live on New Year's Eve, they know that I came up with the idea of going like 4 or 5 hours, I think is how long that one will be. But other than that, I'm gonna just be scheduling one live stream, so I didn't mean to confuse anyone. But yeah, the Wednesday one is a Halloween, like I'll be going live for 2 hours Wednesday night. So that one was kind of a special one. I'll only schedule like special ones ahead. Like the New Year's Eve one, I just wanted to get it out there to kind of promote it a little bit or something. I might even take it down, who knows. 48 people watching, wow. Frankie Foundation is in the house. I can't get Super Reds very cheap. I don't know why that price is so high. I have a few Super Reds left. I've got 2 that are like around 2 inches long, and then I've got like maybe 5 that are like 1 inch long, and then I've got a bunch of babies, and then I've got some eggs right now too. So Frankie Foundation, if you really want some, hit me up on Instagram right there. Send me a direct message, and I'll tell you how much mine are and how much shipping is and all that kind of stuff. What is up, Benoxky Tanks? Nice to see you, buddy. Adams Aquatics is here. What is up? Fish Guru Aquatics is here. It's okay, Jeffro is live every other day. I'm live 3 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. I gotta change tanks. The guys that are coming in new, on Monday nights, I change all the water in these tanks in here. There's like 17 tanks in here, and I just do it during the live stream. So I'm gonna switch tanks. That one ended up almost getting a 50%. Alright. Reels Tanks is in the house. What is up, Reels? Triple 10 Tanks is here. What is up? He always got them fancy pants. TTUEOG. I don't know what the TTUE stands for. I'm really bad at videography with the cell phone. My videos show it. Yeah, the cell phones are kind of hard to keep steady because it's just right here in your hand, you know. If you got any kind of shake at all. Let's see here. Oh, this room has only got 17. Yeah. Then I got 35 tanks set up altogether, and then 2 outdoor. Like I'm still doing my summer tubs. I've got some heaters in them. Like I got one that's a 140 and one that's a 90. And I've still got them going pretty strong. Joseph from JH Aquatics is in the house. What is up, buddy? Nice to see ya. Every other day, well, that makes it easier. Yeah, really. Just every night after supper, sit down and think, I wonder if Jeffro's going live tonight. And look, I didn't really want to add a third night, but my live streams do pretty good. I usually have a bunch of people hanging out for hours upon hours. I mean, my Saturday nights sometimes go up to 3 hours long. And when you've got 50 people still hanging out 3 hours in, it's kind of hard to cut them off short, you know. And then my subscribers were asking for another night, and I sat down and I did some figuring, and I thought the Monday night one would be pretty good right after Bob's live stream. Maybe get some carryover from his live stream or something, you know. And a couple of nights of doing that, I figured out it's cutting into my water changing schedule. I was up till 11 o'clock one night changing water. So then I decided to just go ahead and do it during the live stream, and everybody kind of still hangs out. I figure if people didn't like it, they would leave, and everybody likes it. It gets kind of crazy when I start filling them back up, because you got to kind of watch it. Like, I don't like that one down there, I mean, it came close to 50%. And also, I noticed before my live stream during Bob's, I was going to do the filter maintenance on that one because the flow was low and I didn't get it done, so I'll have to do it here after a while. Let's see. Let's see, where are we? Infinity Aquatics is here. I'll hang out. Dang, 3 hours, that commitment. Well, there was one night where I did a 2.5 hour live stream, and after I got done going, Jeremy from Sergeant Tank got a hold of me and asked me if I would go live with him. And I think we went live for 4 hours. We got off at like 3 in the morning. So altogether that night I did like 6 hours live streaming. Not non-stop. I had like an hour break in between, but my New Year's Eve one is going to be the longest one that I've ever done on my channel. I think it's going to be like 5 hours long. It's a Monday night, so I'll start at 8 and I'll go to my time midnight, so that's 4 hours long. So Dank Tank says your guppies are going down the drain. I do need to change real quick, and remind me when I get back. I got this super chat and another one to get. Chad Krotz, I'm pretty sure, sent me a super chat, so I got to get that one. Alright, so let's go down here and see Chad's super chat. Chad Krotz with the $4.99 super chat saying, paying to watch water changes. Thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate that. I've done that before. I've sent super chats before where I was doing water changes while I was watching a live stream. So my super chat said something about paying you while I do water changes in my fish room or something. Chronicles of Chris Fish Room with the $13.99 Canadian super chat. Always lurking and enjoying the streams and videos. Just want to say thank you. Well, I appreciate that, Chronicles of Chris. That means a lot to me, man. You never think of that kind of stuff, you know? Yeah, I appreciate that. It's kind of nice to hear that every once in a while. I get beat up from Dank every day. No, I don't. Dank's cool. He doesn't beat me up. All right. I definitely don't want to do a 50 on this one for sure. Adams Aquatic says, last night I dropped my 60 to put about 20% water. I decided I was too far. I emptied the tank, made it a dirted, planted tank, and filled it back up. But I used about 70% old water. Cool. John Gonzalez is in the house watching football and listening to Fish Talk. Awesome, man. I can't even remember who's playing. It seems like the Buffalo Bills. Is it the Patriots and the Bills tonight? Can't remember. Seems like the Patriots were last Monday night. I know the Cowboys play next Monday night. Candy says, all this water noise makes me need to pee. And I forgot to go before I came in here. Yeah, Priscilla brings up a good point. Chad said paying to watch water changes. Yeah, I know. On my chat, or on my super chat to somebody, I can't remember who, I was doing water changes, and I said I'm paying them to do my water, or to help me with my water changes or something like that. Barbara Jackson says everyone just got bloodworms tonight, so water changes tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. I bought some bloodworms last week, but I haven't used them yet. Reels Tank says Mile High Plecos must be lurking. I'm pretty sure the guy works 7 days a week, and he's been working late here lately, and I'm pretty sure he's on his way home. I got to change tanks. Hey Jason, what's up, buddy? Alrighty. Whoa. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I tried to plug this in to plug in my outlet. Ay, ay, ay. So someone that watched my video the other day, let me look and see who it was. They brought up a valid point. It was Jay Latham. You guys know Jay Latham. He commented about the video that I did the other day, and it was about my central air system, and I didn't have any, oh my gosh, check valves on it. And I thought about that when I was setting it up, because my other system in my dining room, I had to put check valves on it, because instantly, that was one thing I overlooked when I was building that system, instantly water started flowing back in. So whenever I was setting this system up, I meant to order some because I only had like a few on hand. And whenever he commented the other day, it actually reminded me that I needed to get some, because that can be a big problem if you're not careful. It could be disastrous actually. So I ordered them and they came in today, and I put all of my check valves on. So, and he did it in a really nice manner. He didn't do it like I was an idiot that I didn't know what I was talking about. Like, there are some fish police out there like that. But whenever you guys see things that in my videos that are truly factual like that, you know, bring them up, because I had forgot about it. I had thought about it whenever I was setting it up, and didn't get it done. And that is a big thing. So I got those check valves put on today. I may have remembered it eventually, and I may have not, and it could have been a big disaster. But that is a big thing on these right here. If you don't put check valves, they'll start a siphoning effect, and they'll just start siphoning out the whole tank. Boom, boom, boom. Fish Tropic is really good at bringing up things too. Some of the things that he brings up I've already thought of, or know. But he's very knowledgeable, and he comments really good, healthy comments on my videos, and I like those, because you never know. I might miss something, or I might not know something, and I need all the knowledge. We all need the knowledge, you know what I mean? Yeah, I enjoy the comments. Jason comments on almost every one of my videos. Boom, 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 ba-dum. Bum, 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 bum. What is the gallon of the tank you're changing? The one up top is a 50 gallon. It's a 50 gallon lowboy. It's 48 inches long by 24 inches deep by 10 inches tall, I believe. I believe it's 10 inches. Mortal Slayer 82 says knowing is half the battle. That is right. And you know, it was really cool how Jay brought it up too. He was really nice in it, and like his wording was perfect. It wasn't like a you know, like a mean type of thing or anything. Like it was really great, and it was an excellent reminder. Like I had totally spaced it off. I had thought of it, but I had totally spaced it off. I mean, my rack that I've got out in my dining room, I had overlooked that, and I did it. You know, I'm that type that on all of my air pumps, I never was the type that put check valves on, but this one is a little bit stronger, and if you don't put check valves on, it will backflow. All right, time to change. These down here are going to be more difficult because they're only 10 gallons on the bottom. And the 20 gallon long on the opposite side, I just changed the water in it a couple of days ago. So I'm not going to do it tonight. It's got the crystal shrimp in it, and I'm not going to do it tonight. Red Dirt Cichlids is in the house. And I seen someone say hi to Pam, but I don't see Pam. Wow, that's my dream tank, honestly. Yeah, I've wanted one for a long time. And I finally got one, and it is awesome. Tampa Tom is in the house. What is up, Tampa Tom? Interesting tank dimensions. Yep, it's a low boy. We got each other, yep. Mile High Pleco says hi 1,000 times. John Bedker says, yeah, when the power goes out and it's pitch black, it's a horrible time to not have check valves. No kidding. Yep, that is true. Barbara Jackson says, I'm super excited. Our fish club is having Gary Lang speak next month. I may need to set up an extra tank just in case. No kidding. No kidding. That would be cool. That's one that I could go to because I'm not very far from St. Louis. And I'll bet you Lucas goes to that one too. Lucas is going to be at one next Sunday, I think, in Chicago. And I'm going to be in Chicago Saturday for the meetup. But I don't think I'm going to stay the night. What is the glass thickness and how many braces on the top? What is the glass thickness? It's pretty thin, like... Hang on one second. Shoot. I don't know the glass thickness on it. I think maybe a 1/4 inch, something like that. And then the braces, it's a concrete block stand, so with 2x8s. It's just aquarium co-op style stand, if you know what those are. The cinder block stands. Joined the fish club in St. Louis, Sign Scout, cool. Big E's is in the house. What is up, Big E's? Dank sent me a text today that you're doing a 90-hour live stream, I think is what he said. Is that true, Big E's? And if so, why? 90 hours. Good grief. Corey Boy Aquatics is in the house. What is up, Corey Boy? I will be in Chicago on Saturday as well. Sweet, Mike. Awesome. That is cool, man. Yeah, I'm going to leave Saturday morning early and go down, or up and over. All right, I got to switch tanks. Actually, I'm done with the draining. What the heck? All right, I'm going to put this pump up and then I'm going to get the water started. Alright, I got to prime all my tanks. Alright, I'll go turn on the water and I'll be right back, guys. Anyone got a tip on how to suck the crap off the bottom of a tank with small fry? Yeah, you just got to do the old siphon, man, and just be careful. You know, keep it down into the substrate and shake it back and forth. And then maybe do it into a bucket and then dump your bucket into a net or through a net or something into another bucket, and that way you can find out if you sucked up any fry. I probably should have done this before I drained the tank, but I just now noticed it. So alright, so now we're on tank watch. This tank right here is the one we're filling up. There's the water level. We got to make sure and not overfill it. I actually need to go get a Kool-Aid pitcher real quick. Hang on one second. Alright, what have I missed, guys? Nick's fish room is in the house. What is up, buddy? Did changes earlier today, just chilling in my fish room, watching a fish room. Yep, no doubt, right? Did somebody say Kool-Aid? Yeah. I don't ever drink Kool-Aid, but I buy these Kool-Aid pitchers, and then I cut the handle. Like I take some snips, and I snip the handle, and then I snip it here, and it will hang on a tank. And it actually does pretty good. These are pretty stiff, and they're cheap at like the dollar store. They just hang on a tank, you know. So it's really good for like your intake sponges and your intake off of your filters. So hang it back by your hang on the back, and just lift your intake and everything over into it, plop it. That reminds me, I dropped a pothos earlier while I was doing some filter stuff. Purple drink. Yeah, that stuff that you could get in the jug that was pre-mixed was always really good. Mortal Slayer 82 says 51 watching. Heck yeah. Yeah, last Monday night I got up to 65. I don't remember why. I had a Kool-Aid pitcher here, and I don't remember why, but like what I use it for when I'm doing water changes is I take my water hose out of there and put it into the Kool-Aid pitcher, and then it gives me time to walk to the next tank, and then I hang it on and then pull it up out and put it into the next tank, hook it up, and then I pour the Kool-Aid pitcher into the water. But the Kool-Aid pitcher is a vessel for me to be able to hang on my tank to do things like filter maintenance and different things like that. And like if you've got like a specimen container hanging on the tank and you want to dump it out into a net, you can put your net right over the Kool-Aid pitcher and just dump it out right into that, and then release your fish from your net or whatever. I use it good enough that I ended up buying another one not too long ago, so I've got two now. So it comes in pretty handy. Orange Kool-Aid was good too, dang. I love orange Kool-Aid. I like the red and the orange. Those are my two favorites. Bad dank orange. Pitcher is in the way of your water line. Thanks, Adam. It looks like on camera that it's full, and it is getting close. We're probably, I'd say, yeah, we're an inch from the top. But I get it up there about a half inch, quarter inch. It's a rimless. I took the rim off when I bought it. Cherry flavor drink, yep. Radberry. Alright, we're getting close. I'm doing them out of order tonight. I usually do this tank last. Does it look like it's overflowing to you guys? So Kevin, if you're still in here, I've got the red root floaters that you gave me in this 50 gallon low boy, and they're not real prolific. Like, they're not going crazy, but they're doing good. They're not dying back or anything like that. But I haven't noticed them really taking off really good. Rob93 Aquatics is in the house. What is up, man? Yeah, I can't remember what. I think I already had the Kool-Aid pitcher, and I was needing to do something in the fish room, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to use the Kool-Aid pitcher. And then when I used it, I was like, you know what? I'm going to cut the bottom of this handle off so I can hang it on a tank. And then after I used it for 3 or 4 months, I ended up liking that so much that I got another one. I've got a bunch of the little clear specimen containers. I've got like 5 or 6 of those, and I use those a lot, and they have their own jobs, but this one has its own job too. Like, yeah. Like, you can put tank water in this, and you can squeeze a sponge out in it, and you couldn't really do that in a small little specimen container. Like your intake sponges, you know, you can put some tank water in this and squeeze it out real good while you're, you know, while it's hanging on the tank, and then you can put it back on your intake, and it's like, it's handy. Infinity Aquatics, is anyone from Michigan in here? I ask because I want to be in a fish club. I just don't know if we have one. Well, I know that there's some in Michigan because Jeremy from Sergeant Tank, which he just sent me a text a little bit ago. I don't know if he's in the chat, but they have a fish club. I've got a video with the president on my channel. You would have to go to my playlist that is Fish Room Tours, but I went to Grand Rapids, Michigan, and that's where their fish club is. But I think there's more in Michigan as well. But if you go to Sergeant Tank Facebook page, you could send a message out to Jeremy and ask him about it because he's in the club as well. But they do have them in Michigan, I know for a fact. And they've got a really good one, like the one in Grand Rapids. They had Rachel O'Leary out last year, and they've got Dan's Fish coming, I think in February. Like, they've got good speakers that come to them. And I did a fish room tour on the club presidents. Maybe it was the vice president. I'm pretty sure it's the president. Skoggs is in the house. Skogs. Devin Peppers is in the house. Question for everyone. What is the best floating plant? A low-tech planted tank. I want something like frog bit or water lettuce for my 20-gallon anything but duckweed. Well, I've got dwarf water lettuce, and it's really nice, and it goes crazy. And then I've got red root floaters, but it's kind of slow. But What I like about the dwarf water lettuce is the roots are really long. They get like 3 or 4 inches long, and my shrimp spend a lot of time on it, and then the fry just live up in it, and it's really cool. I took all of it out of my 40-gallon today because it was dimming out the rest of everything. You know, when you have too many top floaters, it dims out the rest of the tank, and my other plants weren't getting enough light. John Bedker says, Infinity Aquatics, if you go to aquariumcoop.com, they have a list of all fish clubs. Pothos. Water Sprite. Yep, I've got Water Sprite as well, and it's a good floater. And it gets real bushy. It even likes to grow up out of the water too. If you look right here above my finger, that is a piece of Water Sprite growing up out of that 20-gallon long on the other side of this 20-gallon long. I gotta start watching this thing. It's a creeper. I almost overflowed it last week, or maybe the week before. Fish Tropic says any package. Let's see. I did get a package today, and I don't have it in here. Well, one of the packages that I got today was my my backflow majiggers. I can't think right now. My gosh, the majigger things to keep from water backflowing. Those came in today. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. And then also I got a new iPhone the other day, and I got a lapel mic adapter for it and tested that out today. Those are the only 2 packages I got today. Because I'm gonna need to do 4 live streams on top of my Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays before the end of the year to make my New Year's Eve live stream 100. So I'll need to add 4, because if I only do my 3 a week like I'm doing right now all the way till the end of the year, my New Year's Eve one would only be my 96th, and I'd kind of like to get to 100 by the end of the year. I've got to deal with this right now. All right, we are there. Someone at the end of the live stream the other night, or maybe in the comment section after the live stream, was asking what clips I use to clip my hose on. And it's just these little small ones from Amazon. You get them in a pack of 12 for like $6 or $4 or something like that. I wish that I would have got the bigger ones, because they're stronger. Every once in a while, like on that 40-gallon rimless over here a little bit ago, I had to use 2 because it was starting to want to move. But most of the time these are kind of handy, because if you pull this one up, it can get hooked on the inside of the rail, and then it comes up over the top, and then it does perfect job. Like, I like them. I'm glad I have the small ones, but at the beginning when I first started using these, I was like, man, I wish that I would have got the big ones. But these are pretty handy. They work pretty good if you do them just right. The orange pieces always vanish. Huh. I've never had any come off. But I only use them for like fish room stuff. That's it. Like just clipping on the edge of the tanks, or like Every once in a while when I'm getting ready to ship plecos out and I'm doing the conditioning process, I'll put like a towel up around the hang-on box, and then I'll use these to clip the edges. That way every time I walk through, it doesn't spook them and they get all scared, because it kind of blacks it out for them, so kind of keep them from getting stressed out. Alright, so that one looks like it's full, but it's still got a little ways. If you look up here where the bubbles are, we still got a little ways, so I'm keeping an eye on it. These down here on the bottom get kind of tricky. I got to keep an eye on them really close. Jason, since I wasn't paying attention in the chat, I don't know if you're asking me or not on the Blue Phantoms, but I don't have Blue Phantoms. I did a video that was my top 5 favorite plecos, and I videoed a Blue Phantom in it, but it wasn't my Blue Phantom, but I did do the video on it. Adams Aquatic says, what is your least favorite tank? My least favorite tank. My least favorite tank is probably one that's setting empty. I've got like 320 longs right now on my dining room kitchen table that are completely empty. I gotta switch. Devin Pepper says, hey Jeffro, did you see the buy one get one on Dustin's fish tanks? I will be ordering some myself. Any place you know where you can get dwarf water lettuce. I got my dwarf water lettuce from KylesWildWorldAquatics.com, and I said word and I meant world. KylesWildWorldAquatics.com is where I got my dwarf water lettuce. And I did see that special buy from Dustin's. I'm really plant heavy right now. I've just went on a plant craze here lately. I've loaded up on plants. Rose my plant game. Otter Creek Aquatics is in the house. What's up, fish tank people? What's up, Otter Creek? Nice to see you, man. Adams says perfect answer. Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of, because I was like, you know, really I don't have a least favorite. Oh, I don't grow, I just partake. Dang. Palmer Aquatic says H2O plants is good too. Sweet. I've never ordered from H2O, so I don't know if he has dwarf water lettuce or not. But this is the time of the year it might be difficult to find too. Jason says, Jeff, come do my water changes. I gotta switch. That fish room that I've got in my dining room, I've got 12 10-gallon tanks on one of those racks in there, and that one is just a whole bunch of just standing there and babysitting. That water change is not as fun, because whenever you're sucking out all the water, it's switch, 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 you know, and then whenever you're putting the water back in, it is just you just got to sit there and babysit it. I wouldn't be able to do that one on the live stream. Susan for SLC Aquatics is in the house. Hello, Jeffro. Better late than never. That's right. Infinity Aquatics says, I wish I could show you guys my 150 planted. Well, if you don't have an Instagram, Get you an Instagram account and start uploading pictures on it, man. That's a good way to show your community. Down the wormhole is here. D. LOL, nervous for Jeff not to flood the fish room. Yeah. D says, oh, to dank. If your spouse just separate fish rooms. Is your house just separate fish rooms? Yeah. So, hang on a second. I got to switch. Alright, so who was it that asked that? That was Palmer. So this room right here is my office, so I work here. I work from home. I do wheelchair sales. So I sell the high-end wheelchairs like Clark Kent, the Superman guy. You know, those ones that you breathe into a straw and drive. So those higher end, like $30,000 to $50,000 power wheelchairs. That's what I sell. I've done that since I was like 19 years old. So I specialize in that, and this is my office for that right here. And then this is also my office, you know, where I, you know, do all my editing. I got a 42-inch TV in here, and I do all my editing and edit all my videos in here. And then I've also got, I think, 16 aquariums in here, and then I've also got a bed in here, so I sleep in here. This is originally my bedroom. So then in my dining room, I have another one of those concrete block stands that has 12 10-gallon tanks on it. And then I've got two vivariums. One is like a 36-incher and the other one's like an 18-incher. One of them I've got like dumpy frogs in, and the other one is a growed out vivarium that I'm going to be getting some dart frogs. And then I've got two 40-gallon breeders at the end of those. So that's what I've got in my dining room. And then in my son's bedroom, he's got like 6 aquariums in his bedroom. Like the biggest is like a 55, and then he's got a couple of 30s and a 20. And then, let's see, so that's 4. So he's got 5 in his fish room, then he's got another 20. And then I've got the tubs outside. So all together, I think it's like 35 tanks that I've got set up. But yeah, it's spread all over. So my plans are, since I let this MTS get crazy up here, my plans are is, you know, I've got a full basement downstairs. Maybe turn my basement into a fish room and start doing some auto water change type systems and stuff like that, you know. Continuous drip stuff, like get into some of that stuff, because that would be fun, and it could be a good video series type thing too, and be a big giant project. So Aquascaping 101 is in the house. What is up? I got some Nevada politician ad before this. Oh no, sorry man. Palmer Aquatic says, does that treat you pretty well, career? I would never want to stop it and do something else. There is, you know, capabilities of making some big dough, but anymore insurance companies, with all the cutbacks and the different stuff that's going on, like the big thing that hurt us in Iowa is the big MCO thing. And if you don't know what that is, I'm not going to get into it, but you know, some big cuts have slowed things down. I mean, my last 4 months have been great, so I'm doing really good right now. But yeah, it's something that is better than what I probably could have got with a lot of college degree. You know, I didn't go to college. I just graduated high school and worked at a grocery store for like a year, and then got this job just by chance and been doing it 20 some years. John Bedker says, need to get the basement fish room going. I know, that would be awesome actually. And then it could all be in one room, you know. HC Aqua, that room is serving a lot of purposes. Yeah, I can't really call it a bedroom anymore because the only time I ever use it for a bedroom is to sleep, you know? That's it. And as of late, it's not very much. I don't get very much sleep. Someone said that's the dopest bedroom I've ever seen. Yeah, it's probably pretty much because I'm single. I can do whatever I want. Like Dank was teasing me earlier, this area that I can walk through right here, that I should put a tank going across it and I can just step over it. Ay, ay, ay. Tampa Tom says the real question for Jeffro, with all those tanks and water, you do have a shop deck. Yes, I do. I definitely do. And I've had to use it. Infinity, I have the original parents on timeout and will try again in a couple weeks. John Bedker says put like 10 holding ponds in the basement. No kidding, right? That would be cool. If you could put like 4 or 5 90-gallon, holding tubs down there and just fill them full of plecos, just drop a heater in each one of them. Man, you could grow out plecos quick in those. You could be turning over plecos because I could get them to breeding, because right now there's somewhere between 300 and 400 short fin albino bristlenose plecos in this tank. Somewhere between 300 and 400. I mean, and that was just 2 clutches in 2 months. You could get a bunch of them. You could you could make it like rain plecos and grow them out really quick. See, that's the big thing. Like here, I'm kind of doing a little study right now because I've got them growing out in different size setups. So I've got some super reds growing out in here that are the same age as these over here. And these are 1 inch long already, and these are a 1/2 inch long, and they were born the same weekend. It was that weekend that I did that 48-hour challenge video that was like a 32-minute long video. It was that same weekend. These were born on a Thursday night, and these were born on a Sunday morning at like 3 in the morning. I say born, they respond. The eggs don't. They don't actually get born out of the eggs for like 4 days. Sweet. Jeff, what's your filter in that tank? This tank up here, I've got a 70 aqua clear, and then I've got a whole bunch of sponge filters in there. Only 2 of them were meant for this tank, but I'm using I've got a little box filter up there that I'm cycling it in that tank, and then I've got another little sponge filter that I'm cycling in that tank. So there's like 3 sponge filters in there, and then a box filter, and then a 70 aqua clear going lengthwise. You can see the 70 right there. If that's the tank that you're talking about. The JQ channel says, hey Jeffro, could I be a chat monitor? I'm not adding any moderators right now. Maybe someday, but right now I've got plenty. Let's see here. And welcome to the chat, buddy. Adam, man, wish I could get a tank kit. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch. This one over here is just a 10-gallon, and all I'm doing is adding back evaporation because it evaporated down quite a ways this week. Wow, and it's already almost full. All right, on to the next one. I think somewhere about 10 minutes into the live stream is whenever I started doing these water changes, and we're at 1 hour and 10 minutes right now. So I gotta move that picture. There we go. Will have to help me keep an eye on it, guys. Is it immoral to take rocks from my works landscape for my tanks? Depends on if they have enough for you or not. All right, I'm at the bottom of the chat. We still got 49 watching, which is really good, guys. Fish Tropic says, "Hey Jeffy, you got any canister filters laying around?" I do not. I don't have any canister filters. I haven't had a canister filter in, let's see, would have been the year 2000 was the last time I had a canister filter. I am useless. Oh no. No, you're not, Priscilla. I gotta keep an eye on that tank. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It's going quick. Last weekend they went kind of slow because I had a kink right at the sink. It was kinked off. But Jason, I've thought about. Oh my God, Candy, you scared the crap out of me. Overflowing. Oh my gosh, that scared the crap out of me, Candy. Fish Tropic says, "You ever check the classifieds for free stuff?" I don't get on Marketplace enough, but Marketplace usually has good stuff as well. Oh man, Candy, you scared me. And then Dank had cell phone, so that told me to check my message. But Dank hasn't sent me anything. Priscilla sent me something. "Did you get a haircut?" Yep, I shaved my head today. Jeremy sent me something. Whoa. A bunch of videos. Mikey sent me something. Oh, a bunch of pleco eggs. I got super reds today, and I told him about it, and he just sent me this and said his super reds. I just dropped my phone, and I'm overflowing right now, I bet you. All right, I gotta go change tanks. Wow. Getting close. After this 30-gallon, we just got that last 55, and then we're done. Can you guys see? There we go. You can see right here. Getting close. Yeah, that tank is full. It is really full. But anyhow, Mile High Plecos, shrimp lollies. Here it goes. I got my box tonight. I gave away a 30-gallon with hang on the back on Marketplace. People come and take your junk away and save a trip to the dump. Yep. Same here on canisters. Haven't had one since the early 90s. I get not really made fun of, but there are people out there that just worship canister filters, and I don't even have anything against them. I can't even make the argument that, well, you've got a canister on the floor that it could suck out all the water in your tank and on the floor. Well, hang on the backs. They can overflow too. I had one overflow just last month. It was my fault that it did, but In all the years that I've been using hang on the backs, that's the only one that I've ever had do that, and I've never had a canister filter ever give me any problems. I can't even remember what brand I used to use, but I had a 125 gallon and I had 2 big canister filters on it, and they were great. I mean, I had no complaints with it. Just this time, whenever I started back up in the fish hobby, I just kind of went away from them. I must have not liked the way, you know, everything that I had to go through to clean them or something. I must have not liked that, I guess. I don't know. John Bedker says, I only pay 50 cents max per gallon for used up to 75. Yeah, I don't like to pay a lot for them either, because, you know, isn't it something like 10 years that those seals are only good for? And you buy a used tank, 9 times out of the 10 they say, well, we haven't had it for very long, but you don't really truthfully know. You know, they might have got it used and it might have been old whenever they got it. So you could have one for 6 months and it start leaking, and you don't want to have a bunch of money tied up into a used tank. So it stinks that sometimes they want to have a lot of money out of it, but I just walk away if we can't get it down. Fish Tropic says, Jeff, you ever add minerals to your water? Every once in a while I add some Rapashi calcium to my shrimp tanks. Seems to help them with their molting and stuff. Other than that, I do some Bacter AE in my shrimp tanks. It's like a biofilm type stuff. You mix it up in a water bottle and then squirt it in your fish tanks like once a week, once every 2 weeks, something like that, and it helps with biofilm and stuff. And then I do Easy Green, which has some different minerals and stuff in it. But that's about it, really, that I can think of. At first I almost said no, but then I started thinking, well, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that, so. Adams Aquatic says tanks are easy to reseal though. Yeah, I just don't like to mess with it if I don't have to. That tank is starting to get full. Look at it, guys. Dang. It's getting up there. Nick's Fish Room says, I just use sponges and matting, all air driven. I have 4 tanks in the house that have matting filters. Almost every tank in my whole house has sponge filters. And then when I get up around the 40 gallon or bigger, they always have a hang on the back and a sponge. Look at that tank. I got a switch. Alright, Otter Creek Aquatics has a great question. It says, what's your favorite moment in the hobby so far? The first thing that popped to my mind was Corey from Aquarium Co-op ordered one of my Jeffroz FishKeeping shirts and took a picture of it. Took a picture of himself in it, so probably Jimmy took his picture. And he posted it on his community tab one day whenever I first started my Teespring store. And I would have to say that kind of ties into the whole fish fam thing. The support that I've gotten is great. I think I've just got a lot of people out there helping me, you know. And a lot of you guys that don't know, my channel before January wasn't fish keeping. I was a fish keeping hobbyist, but that's not what my channel was. I made other types of videos, you know, and I didn't have any support whenever I was doing videos like that at all from anybody. I hardly had any comments on any of my videos. My views lots of times were better than what they are now. You know, I've got a fishing video that has over 31,000 views on it, and I've got some Honda Ruckus videos that have over 13,000 views on it, and you know, I think my biggest fish keeping video is maybe 1,700 views, somewhere around in there. So I don't get as many views on my channel now, but I have a lot better of a subscriber base I have a lot more involvement with my subscribers and, you know, everyone out in the hobby. So I would say that's probably got to be the best thing, is just the Fish Fam support from everyone. You know, like Corey didn't have to do that, you know, I mean, but he's always trying to help the little guys out, you know, and I'll always remember that. Like, if I ever got huge on YouTube, I will be the same way. And yeah, I just thought that was a really cool day. It really made me smile. John Bedker brings up a good point. Black Friday is coming up shortly. Save up your money. PetSmart usually has FX6s for like $250 and 120s with tank, stand, lights, and lids for like $300 to $350. Yeah, I know, right? I do need to get me a bigger tank. I haven't had my 125. I've not had it in like 15 years. So like my biggest ones right now, well, I've got the 140 stock tank outside, but like aquarium, like I could plant a lot in a 125. All right, guys, we are getting close. Look at that water level right there. Isn't that crazy? Craziness. Boom, boom, boom. Awesome story, perfect testimony on the Fish Fam support. Yeah, I know. It was the first thing that came to my mind when that question was asked. You know, and then it's pretty cool whenever you're trying to breed something and they breed. Like, even the little zebra danios. I had never kept zebra danios before. They're just like one of those type of fish that they're not sought out by everyone, you know. And I bought them one day to just try to mess around with them because I'd never done any type of egg scattering fish. And I got them to spawn the first time, and it was really cool, and it was really fun, and like, they're actually a cool fish. I've got all my fries still, and they love live food. John Bedker says, bought a 120 setup 2 years in a row. That's awesome. Good grief. That one is getting spooky. Like, on camera, it looks like it's full. Ay, ay, ay. All right, we are at the bottom of the chat. I'm going to go back there. Jeffro, do a wheelie. Rob93 says, Fish Fam love is strong, strength in numbers, definitely. Tampa Tom said, did someone say fishing video? Yeah, I've got like probably 6 or 7 fishing videos on my channel. It'd be really hard to find them right now, but the one that has the big views is on my my main channel page. You should be able to find it. Alright, I gotta go shut the water off, guys. Oh. That is it. We did it. Barbara Jackson with a $3.99 super chat. Watching Waterchanges. Who knew it was fun? I know, right? Like last weekend. Thanks for the super chat, by the way, Barbara. I appreciate that. Last week, this one like came. If I would have waited a millisecond longer, it would have overflowed. And then like the week before, one of these over here came really close. And then like these 10 gallons tonight down here on the bottom were close every single time. Like, they're tough. Switch to computer. Jeffro killed my phone battery. OG's Fish Room is in the house. What is up, buddy? We're going to go for another 5 minutes. Cut this one off at the 1.5 hour mark. But this week I got started into them a little sooner. The first week I didn't get started until like the 30-minute mark, I think. Last week somewhere around in there. But this week, I know I looked, and I think it was like the 10-minute mark. So like an hour and 15 minutes is how long it took me to do the 16 tanks. And I think it's 16. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope, it's only 12. Why was I thinking 16? No, there's only 12 in here. Why did I think 16? I added 6 more. So that's maybe, I don't know. 45 still watching. You know what I mean? Like, hashtag overfilled, overflow. One year they had aqua clear hang on backs half price. Dang, I'd be a buyer on that. River Life with the $5 super chat. Jeffro, I'm at 798 subs. If I get to 800 before stream ends, I'll send you a sweet gift. Sweet, bud. That would be awesome. So anyone that doesn't know who River Life is, he's got a YouTube channel and he uploads frequently, and he has some great stuff on his channel. So if you guys would, go over and check him out. Thanks for the $5 super chat, bud. I appreciate that. And you're really lucky for getting to go to AE last week. I really wish that I could have went. And congratulations on the 800. I know you're going to get there. John Bedker says it's always 1 hour and 15 minutes, except last week the hose was crimped. Yeah, it did slow me down last week. Adams Aquatic says, oh sure, you leave when my tanks all shut down. Leave me nothing to watch. Adams Aquatic says, I was 800. Sweet! Congrats, man. Sweet. That is awesome. I like those. Like, I was on Rob93's live stream a couple of weeks ago, and people were like almost at 100 and stuff, and we all helped them out and got them to 100. Sweet. Congrats, River Life. That's awesome, man. Dang. Oh. Yeah, really. Rob's 93 Aquatic says nice. Tampa Tom says 801. Priscilla says it was great meeting River Life. Such a nice guy. Yeah. Barbara Jackson with the pumpkin. Oh, that's something that I need to talk about before we leave. So everyone that is here, we got 44 watching. You don't want to miss the video that I got tomorrow morning. First off, it's a Pleco versus food, and everybody likes those. But it's a Pleco versus jack-o'-lantern. I carve a pumpkin and put it all the way down in my tank, and my Plecos go crazy over it. So make sure and go there tomorrow morning. It's the premiere thing, so I'm going to be there at 6:30 a.m. and I'll chat with you guys before the video, and then I'll chat with you guys during the video, and we'll try out the premiere thing. I don't know how that's going to go. You know, I mean, I'm just trying it. I'm not going to do it on every one of my videos for sure, but make for sure and help me out and share that thing out if you can. Even if you only have one person out there that you know of on your Facebook that has a fish tank, you never know. There might be more people on your Facebook that has a fish tank. You know, I'm sharing it on my personal Facebook page, and I never, hardly ever share anything on my personal Facebook page, but I really kind of believe in this video. Like, I think it's one of my better videos. I really do. And I hardly ever think that about them. I mean, every once in a while I do, and then I look back on them later and I think, that one was crap. I don't know why I thought that one was so good, but I'm really excited about tomorrow's video. First off, it's a holiday type video, and those are cool, you know? So I always like to make a holiday type video. So tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., but if you want to, be there at 6:30 a.m. And the next time I do a premiere, I will make sure and change my upload time to where it's a better time, and we'll talk about it ahead of time. But I didn't want to change tomorrow's upload time because I didn't want to mess with the smooth thing that I've got going. Like, the last time I changed an upload time, it really messed with everything. Like, it really does. It kind of stinks, but it does. Jeremy from Sergeant Tank says, thanks for the stream, bro. I can't wait to see you Saturday. It feels like it's been forever, even though it was only, I think, August, but can't wait to see you guys Saturday. And mhow9 Mike said that he's going to it as well, so that's awesome. We even had a person in the chat here a little bit ago, Jeremy, saying they're up in Michigan, wanting to know where a an aquarium club was. So we shouted you out for that. So hopefully you get you a new member. Alright guys, we're at the hour and a half mark. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Thanks for everybody that came and hung out tonight. I can't believe there's still 41 people here. We'll see you tomorrow morning for my premiere at 6:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. It will be just a chat just like this right out to the side of the video. And during my video, Pleco versus Jack-O-Lantern, we'll be able to chat just like this, but you won't see me. You'll see my video instead. Let's go check that out and see how that is tomorrow morning. I'm hoping that it's a blast. And then if not, we'll see you again Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for my special 2-hour Halloween live stream. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you then. Peace out, y'all. Peace.